What if I told you that there is a place in Italy where reality merges with dreams, a stone labyrinth that defies all logic and takes you on a journey within yourself? Today I'm taking you on a unique adventure into the green and hidden heart of Umbria, to a place that is not just a monument, but an experience that will change the way you see architecture and art. We are about to explore Scarzuola, an ideal city that transcends space and time, a place where every stone whispers ancient secrets and the mind opens to new possibilities. It is not a simple journey, it is an immersion in a surreal universe, born from the vision of a man who dared to dream big. Prepare to discover a labyrinth of meanings, symbols, and breathtaking beauty, where imagination reigns supreme and the boundary between reality and dreams dissolves. To understand Scarzuola, we must take a leap back in time, long before its current forms came to life. Here in this secluded corner of Umbria, history tells that St. Francis of Assisi himself stopped, way back in 1218. Fascinated by the quiet of the place and the presence of a spring, he decided to build a hut made of scarza, a marsh plant, and to found a convent. This place became a refuge of peace, a beacon of spirituality, an ancient Franciscan convent that for centuries preserved the memory of the saint. Even today, walking within its oldest walls, you can sense an aura of devotion, a palpable connection to a past of prayer and simplicity. It is a place where history and faith have intertwined to generate a sense of profound serenity. But the history of Scarzuola as we know it today took a decidedly more unexpected and incredible turn in the 20th century, and it is here that a brilliant and unconventional figure enters the scene, Tommaso Buzzi. Buzzi was no ordinary man. He was a Milanese architect, one of those who aren't satisfied with conventional forms but seek to push the limits of the imagination. He was a visionary, an aesthete, a deeply cultured man with an encyclopedic knowledge of mythology, history, esotericism, and philosophy. In 1957, Buzzy purchased this abandoned convent. He didn't see it as a ruin to be restored, but as a blank canvas, fertile ground to give life to something entirely new, something surreal, an entire personal universe. His project was ambitious, almost crazy, to create an ideal city next to the convent but in constant dialogue with it. A place that was at the same time his autobiography in stone, a tribute to classical and mannerist architecture, and an initiatory path for anyone who had the courage to explore it. Buzzy spent more than 20 years of his life transforming the old convent and its surroundings into a monumental stone labyrinth, a work that, even today, leaves one speechless with its complexity and depth. He created a city within the city, an extraordinary work of art, a true dream carved in stone. He took history, philosophy, his own dreams and obsessions, and molded them into brick and concrete, creating a place that challenges perception and invites reflection. As soon as you cross the threshold of the Scarzuola, you are enveloped in an atmosphere that is both mysterious and theatrical. It's not a feeling that can be easily described, it has to be experienced. It feels like entering an opera or a daydream, where every element has been placed with almost maniacal precision to evoke a specific emotion or deep thought. Here, reason gives way to intuition, and the eye is constantly stimulated by geometries that seem to dance and architectures that defy known laws. The beating heart of this ideal city is represented by its seven superimposed theaters, seven stone arenas, one above the other, one inside the other, which are not designed to host traditional shows but to be the show itself. They are conceived as stages for life, the mind, and the human soul. They seem to defy every law of engineering and perception with their complex structures and altered perspectives. You find yourself walking among arches, stairways, and passages that suddenly open up, revealing new perspectives and unexpected details. It's as if Buzzy wanted to stage the theater of his own mind, his ideas, his inspirations. And then there are the stairs, not simple connections between one level and another, but true architectural elements that seem to defy gravity. Geometric, spiral staircases that rise towards the sky or sink underground, with steps that are sometimes perfect, other times irregular, almost as if to symbolize the tortuous paths of knowledge and of life itself. You feel compelled to ascend, descend, and explore every nook and cranny, driven by an irresistible curiosity. It's a dreamlike landscape where classical architecture blends with Gothic influences and Hermetic symbolism. There's no shortage of stone creatures populating this surreal world, monsters that seem to have stepped out of a medieval bestiary or a mythological tale, enigmatic figures that silently observe you from every corner. There are sphinxes, dragons, chimeras, mythological creatures that seem to be guardians of ancient secrets, placed to protect or question the visitor. Each statue, each bas relief is not there by chance. Each figure has a meaning, a reference to the stories, myths, and legends that Buzzy loved. They are silent guardians of a message waiting to be deciphered. And between one labyrinth and another, temples dedicated to the ancient gods arise. Roofless, open air temples that invoke a connection with the divine, with nature, with the cosmos. Homage to classical architecture but reinterpreted through the lens of his unique vision. La Scarzuola is a gigantic palimpsest, onderschieding aan rarity Byzantine is a where each layer of meaning overlaps the other, creating an unparalleled visual and intellectual experience. Buzzy infused every corner with his soul, his knowledge, his passions, transforming stone into poetry. But the Scarzuola is not just a display of architectural mastery and surprising forms. It is much more. It is an open book, a maze of mirrors, an initiatory journey. Every corner of this ideal city is an enigma, a puzzle waiting to be solved. Every stone, every arch, every altered perspective hides a secret symbol, a profound meaning that goes beyond simple aesthetics. Bosi has built an autobiography in stone, certainly, but also a universal journey. The stones of Scarzuola are not silent, they whisper stories telling of a journey into the soul, an exploration of the depths of the human unconscious. It's a place designed to make you reflect, to question yourself. Buzzy did not want visitors to simply watch, but to actively participate in an intellectual and spiritual experience. His intention was clear: to create an initiatory path, a journey that through architecture could lead the visitor to the discovery of himself. It is as if he left us a map to explore the deepest recesses of our psyche, to confront our fears, our dreams, our aspirations. The seven scenes, the seven theaters and shows can be read as the seven stages of human life, the seven planets, the 7 days of creation, the seven deadly sins, or the seven virtues. There is no single answer, and this is precisely the beauty and depth of Scarzuola. Buzzy was a master at mixing references from alchemy to Freemasonry, from Greek and Roman mythology to Hermetic traditions. He created an architectural language that is not only aesthetic, but is a true language of philosophy, mythology, and spirituality. Every element, from columns to capitals, from windows to doors, has a double meaning, a hidden meaning that is revealed only to those who know how to look beyond the surface. Literary references are everywhere, from Dante to Petrarch, from Virgil to Cicero, up to the most complex esoteric texts. You don't have to be an expert to appreciate the beauty and mystery, but those who are curious to delve deeper will find a treasure trove of knowledge and interpretations. La Scarzuola invites us to decipher the world, to not accept things as they appear, but to dig deeper. It challenges us to find our own path, our own truth in a world of symbols and allegories. It is a work that speaks directly to the intellect and the emotions, inviting us to a continuous reflection on the meaning of life, art, and our very existence. Once you leave La Scarzuola, you're never the same again. The experience absorbs you completely, enveloping you with its surreal atmosphere and expressive power. You feel part of something bigger, a dream come true. Your mind is filled with images, questions, and a sense of wonder that's hard to forget. La Scarzuola is an unbridled celebration of the human imagination, a hymn to a man's ability to shape reality according to his own inner vision. Tommaso Bossi's legacy is immense. The dream of a man, perhaps a little crazy, certainly brilliant, has transformed into an immortal work of art. It is not just a monument, it is a testament to creativity, curiosity, and the desire to go beyond limits. And if you ask me how to describe this place with just one image, I would say that Scarzuola is like the Disneyland of culture. Not in the sense of a theme park for children, but in the sense of a place where imagination takes over, where every corner is a discovery, where learning blends with wonder, and where every visitor can find something magical and unexpected. It is a kingdom of stone and madness, where order mixes with chaos, geometry with the irrational, history with myth. It is an invitation to rediscover the beauty of complexity, the value of the indefinable. Scarzuola pushes us to explore and wonder. It invites us to look beyond the surface of things, not to stop at first impressions, but to seek the secrets hidden between the stones, in the play of light and shadow, in the perspectives that change with every step. It's an experience that stays with you, that pushes you to reflect on your dreams and the power of imagination. Are you ready to continue exploring unique and incredible places like this? Then don't miss our next video.